everybody, I'm Susan. Welcome to Plateau Art Studio, Art for Kids. Join me as I walk you through step by step on some art projects. Let's see what we're doing today. Hi everybody. All right, so I've got this cute little mini flower vase that we're going to do today, and I'm going to teach you about some shading and shadow and just some really simple flowers today. So this one I drew some little diagonals, like if this was a tablecloth or something there, and so we can paint that in. And I did part of this already so you can see the simplicity of these flowers. So all right, so what I'm going to do is I have this one that I just did a straight kind of lavender or almost periwinkle, which is a blue. I mixed a little blue, purple, and white, but more blue for this color here. So if you want, this is your art project, so obviously it's up to you. If you want to paint in a little checkerboard, that would look really cute. Or if you just want it plain, you can leave it plain. So I'm going to finish my background on this, and then I'll do the flowers. So you decide if you want to fill in your checkerboard, then go ahead and paint that. Choose your colors. I'm working with kind of a medium. This one's a really nice brush. It has a very long, nice point to it. A flat brush, a medium flat brush for the background, and I'll be doing the flowers with probably this one. I want a little fatter base on that. So you choose your brushes that you want to work with. Obviously not a really large brush, because this is a little 6x6, so it's just kind of a small mini floral project. All right, so put me on pause if you're going to paint your checkerboard. Let me show you first. I had so much fun with these that I did this one, and here's my checkerboard down below. I did use that kind of the two blues and purples tones down there. So then I shaded and had kind of got a little carried away and had fun with those. I thought they were so much fun. So and then here's another one. This one I didn't. I just did patches of color just to give you some ideas. That this one I kind of drew in a little checkerboard and some lines just to anchor, so that anchor means like to kind of visually have this where this is sitting, so it's actually on a table and stuff, and it's sitting on something. It's just not floating in space. So all right, so I'm going to put some kind of yellow tones in the background, and we'll get going on this. But if you want your checkerboard or a design below your vase, then put me on pause and do that, and then visit me for when you're ready for the background. Okay, so all right, so I'm going to use a little yellow and just a tiny bit of white just to soften, and I don't think I'm going to paint the whole thing. I'm going to just paint around, and I'm going to leave one side lighter and the other side darker. Okay, I'm just going to blot that because I want it to dry faster than just for the video. You can let yours go longer. All right. So there's my background. And I'm going to leave this side lighter. I did the same thing with the bottom, because maybe the light is coming in this from the right side, and this would be naturally a little bit lighter. So you can give that a try. Instead of painting the whole thing, just one color. All right, now what you're going to want for the flowers, and again, put me on pause. You know, we can go in stages here, in steps. So when you're finished with one part, then revisit me for the next step. Now I want you to get a pencil with a nice eraser so it's not real round or it hasn't been chewed off. And we're going to put some dots, and I think I'm going to use kind of an orange. I'm going to mix a little orange and purple. Those are both secondary colors to give me a real muted kind of brown color for the center of my flowers. And I'm using my eraser as a stamp. I'm going to put one down here and one here. Make sure when you do this, this is the center of your flower. Make sure when you do this that you leave enough room in between for your petals, okay? So there's that. All right, so now I'm gonna paint the petals. So let's see, maybe I want a pink one. And I'm pressing down, lifting up. All right, you can turn your work around to suit you. Pressing down, lifting up. Pressing down, lifting up. Now, what I didn't share with you, you're probably seeing pink and orange, and yes, you are. I dipped my brush in pink and orange. I'm gonna just put a little tiny leaves in between there. It's gonna make it look like a really full flower. This is just super simple. Okay, there's my first flower. Pretty easy. Let's try another. All right, let's try pink and purple. Let's try that. I'm going to move this one out of the way a little bit. Okay, this one's pink and purple. And again, I'm pressing down and lifting up. Press down, lift up. Almost look like little daisies, or almost like a dahlia, which I like a lot. Okay, there's that one. And we'll go back to my pink and orange. Now, here, let me put this here so you can see what I'm doing here. Hopefully you can see this. So I dipped orange and pink. Normally I want you to keep your colors really clean. This is kind of a cheat. If you want just a solid color, then just do one color. And I'm putting my little pinky down so that I can reach into an area without putting my hand down on my wet flowers. So I have my pinky down to support my hand. There we go. Oh, so excited that spring is kind of here. We'll do some little ones here in between. Okay, there's that one. And we've got another one up here. We'll go back to my purple and pink. This one's got a lot more purple. And I'm just turning my art around as I'm working. So we're gonna add a few little extra purple leaves in between. there's different ways to make little flower petals and stuff, but this is such a tiny little project. This is that, whoops, my God, I got it on my background. You know, it's just fun to make it really simple. All right, so I need some more flowers. I'm gonna put one here. I remember I had used my orange and purple to make kind of a brown. Alright, I'll put these here. And you know what I'm going to do now is I'm going to use white. Alright, so maybe white and pink. How's that? A little white and pink. And we'll fill in the rest of these with all little pink flowers. White and pink. Okay. So now I have pink and on my brush already, and I'm just picking up white. I'm going to add a little more pink there. And you'll get kind of these two-tone, you know, little two-tone, two colors. You can make your flowers bigger. Or I made mine pretty small. Okay, a couple more. And it's okay if some of the petals go over another flower, because in a flower bouquet they're pretty bunched together. You know, if you just look at a vase of flowers in your home, if you have one, you don't see every flower, the whole flower. Sometimes the flowers overlap. Okay, so that's what it's looking like so far. Right, so I look like I maybe need a couple more little small ones in here. We'll use a nice bright orange. Since I have a yellow background, I'm going to make some small ones just to fill in so that I have just some small ones so that it looks like I have a lot more flowers. Make just a few little dots there. Let's put one up top here. That's not like a real flower, but there we go. Now I'm going to go back and get some of that brown, since they're smaller. Put a little dot in the middle. They look like flowers. Get that to come out there. All right, one more thing. What are we missing? What are all those flowers missing? Can you figure that out? Yeah, where's our stems? All right, so what I'm going to do, I think I'm gonna mix white with green and some water. Okay, just really light. I don't want too much. I'm using water because I don't want a lot of color on my vase. I want my stems to show through there. There we go. Now I'm gonna do my green. And you're gonna want a little bit of water just so that your paint's a little bit thinner. It'll be easier to draw, not too runny, but just thinner. It'll be easy to draw some stems down there that are coming into the vase. And then we just draw a few in the background. There we go. There we go. I'm going to put a few more coming down into the vase. There you are. You can keep this as simple as you like. Here's something else. Okay, I'm going to use the blue and white, and then we'll be done. And lilacs are blue, purple. I'm going to show you one more thing, and then we'll be done. You work at your own pace, and always put me on pause, because I know I just plug along. Alright, so I'm going to use the very end of my brush. Okay, I'm not using my brush, I'm just using the wood part. And I can make some little dots. I think, well, I might need a bigger one. There we go. Let's try this one. There. And the dots are just like maybe some other little tiny flower that has little. It's kind of a fun thing to do. It fills in your between your flowers and stuff, and just makes it look like a really full bouquet. There we go. There. This is real similar to these like lilacs that are coming out in the spray. But if you're really young and you're trying to do flowers, keep it really simple. I probably got a little more carried away with this one than I needed to. But anyway, there we are. And if you want any green leaves in there, you can do a few. Or just leave it, whatever you want. This just will look like maybe there's a few leaves in there. Okay, there we are. There's our little vase. Ta-da! And again, if you want bigger flowers, just do them really simple and large, and it'll fill the whole thing up. And see, I have some little dots in here as well. Okay, then when you're all done, let's see, my camera for this is facing down. I didn't think about this, but in your little kit, you have an easel that you can display your work. Whoops, come back here. Okay, so it looks like this. And it will stand like that, but you can't see that. So here, that's what it looks like. And then you can paint your easel if you like. I'll try to take another little quick video of this and splice it into the end of this so you can see it standing up, because I know I've set up for it facing down right now. So anyway, there we go. Happy spring. I hope you enjoyed the project. We'll move on to our next one. Thank you. Bye-bye. Hey, thanks for joining me today. I hope you had fun with that project. Tune in next week. We'll see what we're doing then. Okay, bye-bye.